shall begin today's podcast of Leadership Dialogue on the news that a judge hearing the case between Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan and Senate President Godswill Akpabio has withdrawn from the case. Now, you would recall that Justice Obiora Igwatu, who is the presiding judge, announced this Tuesday that during a resumed hearing, of course, that he was stepping down due to reports of bias levied against him. Now, this is even though he did not mention the specific quarters where the reports are emanating from. You would recall that the same judge had on the last hearing on March 10 directed all parties to file, serve, and exchange all the processes in the courts and of the case on hearing before the courts on Tuesday, March 25 for hearing of all motions, which would have cleared the path for quick judicial resolution of the matter. Now, in the course of today's conversation, we shall touch on this matter. However, our major focus for today is the development in Rivers State, where lawyers from the Association of Legislative Drafting and Advocacy Practitioners have asked the Supreme Court to review February 28, 2025 judgment that restored 27 members of the State House of Assembly led by Martins Amewole. Now, you would also know that the Supreme Court, in the judgment delivered by Justice Emmanuel Akomoye Agim, had ordered Governor Sim Fubara to represent the state 2025 budget to the Amewole-led assembly. All of this are coming on the heels of condemnation, that is more and more condemnation on President Tinubu's declaration of a state of emergency in Rivers State. This is our subject of discussion, and welcome again to Leadership Dialogue Podcasts. I am Chikodinaka Dili, and my guest today is a lawyer, Barrister Maxwell Obara. Good to have you, Jeremy.
It's my pleasure.
It's been a scene of drama in the Nigerian political scene, and of course, we can't even talk about Nigerian political scene without talking about the judiciary. And you are a practicing lawyer, and you have been
at the Judiciary.
Oh yes, so you're part of the Judiciary, and of course, you're one of the senior lawyers we have in Nigeria. Make a sense of the situation in the country as of today.
Well, by my own training, I'm not expected to castigate Judiciary. But considering the fact that there are some questions my own son, who is in the Faculty of Law in the university as we speak, will ask me in respect of a judgment given by the judge in respect of happening constitutional issues, which I believe, as a second-year student of law, he should be doing his constitutional law by now. And if you now ask me, that we are taught during our constitutional law that this thing is a position of the law in line with the Constitution. But what happened to this judgment I read? Can you reconcile this judgment with what is happening? Now, have you now seen that I'm in a tight corner? Asking, I will find it difficult to explain to that innocent young boy who believed that the father is a lawyer, that I expected to know more. What will I say in that regard? That is why I am saying that personally, I am highly disappointed in Nigerian judiciary. I must say it. Because when you see some judgment that is, I'm not talking about conflicting judgment, where Federal High Court in Calabar will give a judgment, another Federal High Court in Kano will give another judgment in the same matter. You see another Federal High Court order from here, another Federal High Court from Abuja order, conflicting themselves.
The CJN had once warned about conflicting judgment. How is it that has not been resolved today?
Is warning enough? Have you not seen where a judge, an order was given by a judge who was in America on vacation? Was the judge had the matter there virtually? What happened? Who signed that order? These are the questions that when you see all these things that is happening, we are told that Court, you don't need a law degree for you to know that a court is not a Father Christmas. A court will not give you what you did not ask. I'm in my house to give a judgment against me in a matter that I'm not a party to. And when you are making an order that will affect somebody, you did not ask the other person, go and join this person. So that when I make the order, it will be. So in all this, I'm confused. I'm not happy. I read law. And anybody, when you are reading law, if you read the judgment given by Oputa JAC, Nemekagu JAC, and Agolo JAC, Karibi Whites, below them, if you read their judgment, you will forget food. You will see reasoning. You will see reasoning. In fact, when they give you judgment, when they deliver judgment against you, you will be happy going home. So I don't know what to say about this.
Let me get your thoughts. Just early today, we saw the news where the judge presiding over the case between Senator Akpotu Uduaghan and the Senate president recused himself over allegations of biasness. Do you consider that a fair thing to do when you are kind of involved in a case?
Of course. When a party raises issue of bias before a court, I have raised this issue of bias and I was able to explain to the judge. I said, look at this, look at this, look at this. I pointed it out. Please, can you recuse yourself? If they were able to establish that the man is biased, either by his conduct, either by his ruling, either by his utterances, either by his comments, you should recuse yourself, because the justice is predicated on impartiality and confidence. So when the man raises issue of bias, I don't have confidence in you. No matter how beautiful your judgment will be, you will recuse yourself, especially when you know that you don't have interest in the matter.
So if judgments are made based on impartiality and fairness, in the case of the judgment that came from Rivers State, just recently, we saw the FCT minister at Calabar, University of Calabar, where he was honored with the honorary degree, PhD. And of course, a lot of Nigerians have been talking about that incident, and what made it newsworthy is the fact that the judge who was involved in that case, that delivered a judgment on Rivers, was seen there, allegedly.
In 2001, I appeared before Oputa panel as a student with my mentor, late Chief Ganefayim of the Blessed Memory. When we finished our matter, that was the day Ganefayim brought issue of the Delegawa at Women's Center, Women Development Center. That's where Abuja had their own, that Oputa panel, they were going from zone to zone, Abuja. So after that, the proceedings of that day, I want to go and see Justice Oputa. So they first of all asked me, are you a lawyer? I said, I was a law student. So they said, what do you want to see? I said, I want to have a handshake with him. I've been reading a lot of judgment. They said, okay, I should come. So when I went there, he was about to take his lunch. So when we started talking, I said, sir, I've been asked since to wait for you, to see you. So they said that I should wait for you. So, and in fact, they refused that I should not come if I'm a lawyer. He said, yes. And Oputa said on the good, you see, I'm a judge. And the judge, we're expected to live like a monk. You don't go party, you don't go visit, you're not expected to be seen in a public place. That's why there are my laws. In Igbo land, my lord means my owner, the owner of me, Onyenwem. That's why if you beat me outside, I rush to court. That's hope of a common man. You're a police, you have beat me outside, I'm now in court. You're an army, you shoot me, I'm now in court. So you are expected not to know anybody. In fact, most of them, during the child dedication of their children, wedding of their daughter, their son, they don't invite people. It's as bad as that. But what do you see this time around? You see most of them in a garden, a judge. Of course, a colleague of mine was wedding, and I saw a judge, FCT High Court in that wedding. No, we are doing a matter. I said, my lord, hey, sorry, my lord, you were there in his wedding. I met him in the chamber. I said, my lord, I'm going to raise it. Please, disqualify yourself. I saw him in his wedding. They had a class. The judge is dead. Please, you cannot handle this matter. I said, thank God that you did not raise it in the home court. The day we get to court, he said, I want to send this file back to CJ for reassignment for obvious reasons. That is how it's supposed to be. You are a judge. You dare not sit with Wike. He is a politician. Do you know that most of the times when your wife is a judge, you cease to be doing some certain things. If your husband is a judge, you cease to be doing some certain things.
Well, we're not saying that with the minister.
That is the issue.
So what could be the problem?
Wike at the Nandekalo was having a problem before Nandekalo was arrested with respect to IPOB and Rivers. It was there. When Wike said that anybody that arrested Nandekalo will give 50 million. Nandekalo that said anybody who arrested Wike will give 100 million. But Wike's wife was in a panel that adjudicated Nandekalo's matter in court of appeal. I don't know whether you are seeing where I'm going. Now, you see, when the APC people stage a protest in Peter Odele's house, because there is no way you will tell me that somebody will build a house as a minister, irrespective of the fact that the money does not belong to him, and you will give judgment that will hurt him. It is natural. Judiciary is quite different from executive. Executive is quite different from parliament. When there is a budget, everybody will take their own budget and do their own thing. You don't say that building a house. What do you mean by building? If you need a house and judges need a house, factor it in the budget of the judiciary. If the house is going to cost 50 billion naira, put it there. That the judges need, they build their own house, buy their own car. So you are expecting. I had a matter with the government of Imo State. Proposal. I lost in Imo State High Court. Of course, I know that I will lose. I knew that I will lose. Almost all the judges in the 36 states of the Federation are under the governor. That is the naked truth that I would like you to publish this. Yes! You can hardly see a state governor that will look at a state chief judge that will look at the governor.
Isn't the judiciary expected to be independent?
That is where we are, what we are talking about. Absolute independent. Not 80% independent. Not 90, 101 independent. So that when I'm filing a matter against Wike, you know that you don't even know who is Wike. When I'm filing a matter against FCT minister, not Wike, in official capacity, you don't know who is FCT minister. When I'm filing a matter against Tinubu, against the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I've been filing a matter against them. Have I been winning? You see what happened? They asked Fubara to go to court. Fubara said that he's not going to court. It's as bad as that. This is a declaration. Have you asked yourself why Fubara and his deputy refused to go to court?
Apparently, it's been an open discussion.
You can't bring me here for me to. They have lost confidence in the judiciary. That is the truth. Based on this judgment that was given by the Supreme Court.
What kind of precedent has this also set for the Nigerian constitution?
It's bad. You can see, I can go on and on and on. I was writing my degree exam in estate management. My admission came out in law. Others left for e-service. I start from year one. Because I love the profession. I love reading. I love researching. I want something that will make me to be researching every day. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. Because as an estate valuer who understand yourself, you make money more than lawyers. But when you are studying, when you are researching, it will make you to do more. But when you know that after all the whole research, after everything, the judge will just turn the judgment upside down. The zeal to research will not be there. The thing there is that, have you filed? Who is the judge? Have we seen him?
Then what then is the hope of the Lawyers Association in Rivers State that have come up to ask that the judgment, the Supreme Court judgment of
Should be
February
reviewed.
28, 2025 should be reviewed?
Yes,
What's the hope?
the new Supreme Court rule does not allow that. I don't know how they're going to do it. The new rule of the Supreme Court, I think 2024 rules, yes. He said that no judgment of the Supreme Court shall be reviewed.
So it's ultimate.
Yes. So the only thing there is that let us continue to shout. Let us continue to talk. Let us continue to raise. Olisabakawa have said it. He has been there. Children of the Kano have been saying it. Thank God that NBA president came out to condemn this. This, let me tell you, my dear sister, this is our country. I continue to tell people, say, hey, take it easy. Take it easy. This is our country. We don't have any other country except this. I cannot be intimidated. I was traveling. I was going to France. I get to Dubai. We are going to spend there, they said 10 hours, I'll be 11 hours there. Others, we are going inside Dubai to do one or two things before that time. People were moving. Immediately I reached my own turn, they saw that green passport. They subject me to another thorough search. I was watching them, including people from Rwanda, Kenya, the young people. Green passport. They have even know that I'm a lawyer. They have seen my passport that I have even traveled all around. Yet they subjected me there. I said, please give me my passport. I'm not going again. I took my passport. I have to go back. It's as bad as that. It's because of the kind of things our leaders are doing. You cannot destroy, put the country down because of we want to favor one person. It doesn't work like that. So I thank God that they have been hitting them front, back, right, and center.
But despite this backlash, do you see the president rescinding his decision?
Well, I don't know who is advising him. I don't know, because as far as I'm concerned, this getting the P2B said it yesterday.
Even the former president, Goodluck Jonathan.
Nigeria is a country that somebody laid foundation. The other person that came and put it on a decking. Another person was making effort to take it to the roof. Then another person that came and destroyed the entire building. You don't do this kind of thing. I don't know who is advising.
So it's a terrible condition.
Yes, because one, I don't even know who is advising the CJN. The Judiciary. There are some things that you need to do. You look at somebody, you say, you look at somebody, you say, this thing is wrong. In your face. This thing is wrong. When they bring matter for you, look at it. Consider a lot of factors. Okay, now, you gave judgment that they should go and represent budget, that they should nullify the entire area council council election.
The State House of Assembly.
And you should recognize these people. These are the orders you made. And when this man received the CTC, he started implementing it. And the other people now refused to comply. Thereby trying to make things very easy. If you should ask me, this is a calculated attempt. All of a sudden, what we had is that there's somebody blow pipeline. We also had that the company said no, it was a leakage. A lot of stories. Without to do consideration, you just wake up, you say you are suspended the governor, you have suspended the deputy governor, you have suspended the house. So in other words, there is no government in Rivers State. Then you now appointed sole administrator. Under what law? Which law gave you the power? You say you have sworn him in. Under what law? Which oath? Contained by where? Because the oath we have in the Constitution is an oath for president, vice president, governor, deputy governor. Where did you get the oath you used to swear them? And this is a country that you want people to come and invest. You have shown people that you are A to Z of Nigeria. That you can wake up, okay, you, who is that one of the all these terrorists, go and throw bomb in Lagos.
But from a legal perspective, is Nigeria in a state of anarchy?
No. If there is a place of anarchy, it should be in the north, not in rivers. What is happening in rivers? Not in rivers. We know the states that you cannot even go. There are some states in their local government you can't even go there. If somebody invites you in that place now, my sister, come over, there is one job, you will say no. You won't even ask them what is the nature of the job. I have job for you. As a journalist, I want you to, you won't even ask them, is there that local government said yes, I'm not coming. None of the nation, you will even, in fact, you don't even mention it. They say, oh, we have car, we have everything. You won't even hear it. What are you saying about all those people? Then River State. The long and short story is that the president wants to impress somebody. And that is not a good expression of leadership. Thank God that we are talking about the leadership.
Do you not find it quite inciting when you say the president wants to impress somebody?
Yes.
He wants to
impress Wike and his own group. That is just it now. Wike is part and parcel of this problem. They are having problem with the Fubara group and Wike group. Are they not the same? You see, let me tell you, this program I'm saying now, I don't know who will watch it. My boy, who is 6 years, may watch it. My daughter, who is 10 years, may watch it. And when their dad is talking, they say, why dad is talking like this? Because most of the times, they normally see me and their mother discussing Nigerian politics in the sitting room. And they also see, then why is it that when they call you in there to come and say something, you are trying to, whom do you want to please? If it will warrant them to suspend me as a lawyer indefinitely for Nigeria to be good, so be it. If it will warrant them to seize my license for me not to practice as a lawyer for Nigeria to be good, so be it. This flight, aircraft anywhere, and there is some people died in trying to get it right. Today they are no more, that you are enjoying it. So I was telling my driver when I was coming, as a student, I was traveling from Enugu to Lagos during the time of Abacha. As a student, where were all these boys? I was coordinator for Committee for the Defense of Human Rights, the whole of Southeast, as a student.
The former governor of Anambra State, Peter Obi, during an event yesterday, did say, he insinuated that Nigeria democracy is failing, so to speak.
Yes, no, it's not failing.
Do you agree with that?
Yes, of course, it's failing. This is not democracy, for goodness sake.
It's 26 years.
No. We are
building a democratic
we are going
system.
back. Buhari came. Of course, when we came newly, Obasanjo, who has that military blood, started doing something that is democratic in nature. He established ICPC, established EFCC, established Oputa panel, and subjected himself to that Oputa panel. He was cross-examined by Femi Falana. I was there in that day when he was cross-examined. I witnessed everything. Everybody witnessed it. I'm talking about a military head of state. He brought in a lot of, though he has his own issues, at least you can give it to him. When Yar'Adua came, as a Democrat, he started perfectly. But that couldn't allow him because he was doing everything democratic, going to Niger Delta, come out, let us talk. What is the problem? If I do it in this way, will it? They said yes. He did it in that way. Create Niger Delta, give them amnesty, do something, but health. Jonathan now came, though he was weak. He was trying to see things the way it's supposed to be. When you want to grant state of emergency, you grant declare state of emergency. It's not only in the state. The president can declare state of emergency in education. The state of emergency is that this particular condition this sector is not, if we allow it, it's going to collapse.
But this is not the first time we're seeing presidents in Nigeria declare state of emergency.
And suspend the governor.
No, but in the time of Jonathan, he declared state of emergency in about 3 states.
Yes.
But then it did not affect.
That is how state of emergency should be declared. State of emergency means that there is problem here. Deploy more, if it is health, deploy more health workers in this place. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying. Let us invest more money. Let all attention go to if it's in education, can we move which area? We are having an emergency in education. Our education is collapsing. If it is a transportation, what do we do? There is a problem. If it's security, declare state of emergency security. Everybody bring an idea. All eyes should be on deck. If it is a state that is in a war, that there is a problem, that the thing is overwhelming the governor, declare the state of emergency there. Move the chief of army staff, move the chief of air staff, move the naval chiefs, deploy more money there, get that condition arrested. That's what state of emergency is. State of emergency does not give you the power to suspend the government. Why did you suspend the week? Why did you suspend the week? To say, my friend, you have been distracted. You push, you go. Use these 6 months now.
But constitutionally speaking, what are the way forward? How do we get things right?
The way forward is for him to resign that state of emergency and tender apology.
The president should tender an apology
to the Nigerian people. Who is the president? The president is derived power from the constitution. Where the constitution derives power from us. We are the people. We are the people. He should tender apology to Nigerian people. Are you saying that the president is bigger than Nigerians? No. Is the president bigger than Nigerians? I did not say president should tender apology to Fubara. I did not say the president should tender apology to Maxwell. President should tender apology to Nigerians. Whom do you consult? Did you consult the Nigerian Bar Association? Did you consult Labour? Did you consult NAS? Did you consult National Union of Road Transport Workers? These are the people. Whom did you consult?
But the National Assembly okayed the decision.
That is another problem we're having in Nigeria. Because when you are doing this thing, you do what we call wider consultation. For 8 years of Babangida, yes, Babangida is a military dictator, but most of the times he will ask people, give me advice. Wider consultation, you don't take a hasty decision that will affect your own government. As a matter of fact, when Obasanjo was trying to bully and intimidate Tinubu as a governor, who stood against that? The articles I wrote, the interview that I granted, they are all there. They are all there. How you said you cannot seize monument for Lagos State government? How do you want this governor to run? We criticize such an act. During Nadeko, Tinubu, Patton and Ahoro, Professor Edward Oproja, we are also raising our own voice. So now that is your own turn, a Democrat, a freedom fighter, that's supposed to be a mirror. You are behaving like a military person. You don't do that. We say no to that. There are some things when you do it like this local government autonomy that your own governor has have also frustrated. You cannot even do anything. I was a person that was hailing him. I say, you have made my day. I campaigned against him. I worked against him. I voted against him. I criticized him. I was expecting him to prove us wrong. We said that you are coming to give us bad leadership. Well, this is what we were saying during the campaign. We expected you to prove us wrong, but now we have been vindicated by our assertion. You wake up there in the podium at the Ego Square. Subsidy gone. Up to now, we have not even come out of that. Up to now, we are still battling it. Even if we want to remove subsidy, must you make it open?
Because so who do we blame? The president, the executive arm, or the judiciary?
We blame 3 of them, just like Jonathan said. Look at the parliament. Look at the parliament. Look at the National Assembly. The people that have supervisory, rule. I don't know whether he consulted them, but I'm here to see it. When this issue came up, you call, when Obasanjo wanted to have daughter, it was there in the House National Assembly. Colonel Naman, first of all, asked everybody to go and make consultation and come back. And when everybody said that we are going to make it open, those who want the constitution to be amended to include daughter. Because of that singular act, daughter collapse. That is when we have National Assembly. You cannot say that anything.
So you share in the opinion that the last time we had a strong assembly, National Assembly,
we look at the president, they said no. We during that of
was in the time of Saraki?
Yes, Saraki also. I them said we are saying no. We want to go and borrow money. They said no. But I see what we are saying. The National Assembly, in a matter like this, no consultation, no meeting, just came up, voice vote. I say, I will not joke in this country. I joke. We are not serious. Nobody can take us serious. So that's why this thing is pending some people like us is that I can't live abroad. There's not been any day that I travel that I was sold to 2 weeks. My body chemistry will be telling me that, Maxwell, you don't belong here. Is it their food? Is it their weather? Is it their language? I can't cope. The thing is affecting us. Those of us that have agreed to it, why do people want to live? Your children, they are there. Those of us that want to live here, why not allow us to live?
What would be your word of advice to the Rivers people in this?
They should not take laws into their hands. They should not destroy properties. They should allow. Let's continue to watch. Let's continue to talk. Everybody, as we are talking, thank God this leadership dialogue, as we provide this opportunity. Let every other media provide opportunity. Let's be talking. If you are watching me, you are a lawyer, you are a civil society, continue to talk. Continue to talk. I don't believe in living 1 million years.
Speaking truth to power.
You live 1 million years without making impact. Why not live few years and make impact? Hey, take it easy. No, so be it. The day God created me did not tell anybody. The day He's going to take me, won't tell anybody. So let us speak the truth. Let us call ever. You, the Supreme Court judges, are you thinking of your own grandchildren? What will you be remembered for? Whether you hate Charlie Boy, whether you like Charlie Boy, any boy, any place Charlie Boy enter, the name Uputa will open door for him. Any place you're in America and I call them, all those Supreme Court judges, their door will open door. There are some judges that their children won't even allow people to know that they are the son of or daughters of all those judges. Yes, because of the kind of judgment you're giving. All these judgments you people are delivering, your grandchildren will read the judgment too. They will read it. It's in a law report. So what are we talking about? Either you do it or you refuse to do it. Those of us that refuse to play their role, we are on the other side. So as a court of appeal judge, I don't know what you're looking for. As a federal high court judge, I don't know what you're looking for. I'm not even talking about Supreme Court. You have arrived. What will somebody give you? What will somebody give you? You're already a Supreme Court judge. So with your salary, you can take care of your children comfortably. With your salary, what are we talking about? So it's because the kind of judgment people are giving is annoying. If you go to various platforms, people will continue to analyze. You are saying, what is happening? Now, Supreme Court gave judgment. Don't release money to Rivers government. Did not say don't release to Fubara. Don't release Rivers State money until this, and this are completed. It is an order of Supreme Court, not upper area court, to Supreme Court. That order is there. Now, President, you have sworn in sole administrator. You have released the money. Here lies the order of the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court said any government that doesn't have democratically elected government in their area council should not have access to their money. Now that you have released the money to the local government to be controlled by a sole administrator. Speaking from two sides of their mouth. Now, the Constitution said, that's why I'm asking you that my son should be asking me this question. The Constitution said no expenditure of a state shall be used except it's been appropriated and passed by the House of Assembly. Now you release 400 billion naira to the sole administrator, monument for Rivers State government. Where is the budget? Who will approve it? So you now see that you have created an avenue for the sole administrator to make his own money. Because nobody's checkmating. For 6 months, nobody's checkmating, nobody's approving. That's why some people are writing in some platform that money was released for them to settle those who voted for the declaration. So, and we are talking about democracy. You can see how Bishop Kuka was crying. Everybody was crying. This is our country, for goodness sake. And nobody's talking. It is wrong. They should. Now, NBA has condemned it. We are supposed to be in Port Harcourt by August for NBA conference. After Port Harcourt NBA conference, we'll move to Toronto for NBA conference. And you ask yourself, my dear sister, I didn't mean that you were with us in Mexico last November when we went for IBA conference. I was the only person talking. The video is here. I can even forward it to you. I was everyone. All those SAN, few of them that managed to talk. All of them, they can't talk now. What are you talking? We have people from America that are operating with democrats. We have people from even this motion. I'm sorry for using that word. Small countries in Africa here, they are operating through democrats. Look at Ghana. Look at Kenya. Then we are claiming to be giant of Africa, building human being than institution. So the judiciary, that is the one that is paying me very well, because the judiciary have every right. Fine. Do you want me to file? Look at Inspector General of Police, who has retired since last year, 24th. You wake up, you say that you have extended his term. Now I'm asking you the question. I went to court. I've been in court since last year. No date for hearing. Ajame. So you're asking people to go to court. Sarah, we're going to court to challenge what? See what will come out of the ruling. So when you have vibrant judiciary, before you do anything, you think twice.
Well, we most sincerely thank you for your time. It's been an interesting conversation, and of course, Barrister Maxwell Fubara has been speaking his truths to power. He is one of the senior lawyers here in Nigeria, and also a strong advocate for leadership and justice in the country. I am Chikodinaka Didi, and this is Leadership Dialogue Podcast. So we'll come your way again to have a good time.